pilots, arm your quads.
That way!
Hey, how's it going, guys? This is the Skip and Carter Show, and I'm Skip, and Carter is over there working on a drone. He is working his butt off. So, we got some cool things to talk about today. Brody's over here. Say hi, Brody.
Hello, guys.
Say hi, Carter.
What's up, everybody?
So,
what are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you about to talk about?
I got plenty to talk about. I've got, first off, we're working on a pit stop. Whose order are we working on? David Heinmiller's order we're working on. The pit stop. And everybody have a good Christmas. Can you not hear me, bent props? Am I not talking loud enough, or is my microphone not working? Because if not, I need to check it out. Let me see here. Razor audio. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We'll check this out. What? Is it this microphone here?
Did I get this to work right? Okay. Pastor says he can hear me fine. It's just the He's just a little low. Is it working now, guys? That's too loud. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Loud and distorted, he says. I've turned it down a little bit, and let's see if you guys can hear me better now. I want to get it right for you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I have picked the wrong thing here.
All right. Let's test it now. Can you hear me now? Carter, what's this thing called? Do you know? Do you know what this thing is called? This microphone?
What brand is it?
Wave 3. So, let's see here. Properties.
It's an Elgato Wave 3.
Okay, there we go. All right. So now I am testing this microphone and see if you guys can hear me. See if this is nice and clear for you guys. If it's too much, it's clear now, but it's quiet. So do I need to turn it up a little bit? If it's too quiet, I do have something I can turn it up and make it a whole lot better. I've turned it up just a little bit here. Perfect. Bent Prop says it's perfect. So, clear, a bit soft. So, I think I got it now. On the audio mixer, it says it's blowing it out. So, I just want to be sure you guys can hear me. I can turn it up a little bit more here. Halfway back. Turn it halfway back. Alright, that's halfway back. Alright, so I've got it on 3 dots. Hopefully that is right. Okay. Now, when I look at the mixer here, it's saying on the mixer here that this is perfect. So I hope this is perfect right here, guys. I've actually got it on the lowest setting. But thank you for the feedback. I'm glad you guys are telling me everything. Sweet. Thank you, guys. Welcome, Bent Props. Welcome, FTFO Media. Welcome, Cliff. Nice to see you guys in the chat. Render, Hippie, Fat Pastor, for Everyday People. It's very nice to see you guys in the chat. All right, so did you guys have a Merry Christmas is what I was asking before. Share anything that you got for Christmas, especially FPV stuff. What'd you get for Christmas, Brody?
For what?
Did you get anything for FPV related for Christmas?
I got a Race V3, and I believe that's it.
A Race V3? You got your computer for editing.
Yeah.
So you're editing your drone videos with your computer, your new computer.
So I can edit all the videos.
Evan got a new computer also.
Yeah, his new Mac too.
Yeah.
Me and Evan both got Macs.
Carter, what'd you get for Christmas? Anything FPV related? I already know the answer, but...
Yeah, the TX16.
So Carter got a TX16. That's as far as I can get you. So I got him this for Christmas, and Armando got him the gimbals. So Carter uses a test radio every day, and the test radio that he uses is a TX16. And he was flying with his TX12, and he said, "You know what? I could fly better with with the TX16 test radio," and that he's getting used to it on 5 inches and stuff. So I was like, "Dang, I want to get him one, but I'm so afraid that he's going to buy one himself." So I kind of waited and hesitated for a little bit. And I waited till the last minute, and he finally told me, he's like, "I guess I'm not getting one." So I went and purchased one at the last freaking second. and Armando had gimbals for it. So I wrapped up the gimbals and gave him the box of gimbals and said, if it doesn't come in on time, you can open the gimbals. But it came in on time. He thought the gimbals was a battery pack. Is that what you thought it was?
There's just something.
Yeah, he said a battery pack for something. But no, I think were you surprised, Carter?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that.
Yeah. Here you go. It's a nice controller though.
Right.
Immersion blender is what Render got. Logan got 21S 300 mile packs. That's nice. Hazy King, nice to see you in the chat. So I got a resin printer. I got the Mars 5. And I think I want it bigger though. I want the Mars 5 has got a little build plate on it about like this. And the the Saturn 4 has one like this. And I think I want the Saturn 4, so I might make my wife exchange it. But no, I printed some stuff off with it. It's pretty cool.
Shout out the YouTube video.
I'm going to shout out the YouTube video. We done a race last weekend, and we didn't get to talk about it. So let's talk about the race. Oh yeah, Fat Pastor got the immersion RC 8-way. Yeah, that's awesome. Hippie got a PlayStation Portal.
Oh, that's sick. I've seen those.
I got my son. He wanted a Nintendo 3DS XL, so I got him one of those. And my wife wanted all kinds of stuff. she got a blender. No, not a blender. I'm sorry. A mixer, coffee espresso machine, a little fireplace, like a fake fireplace thing. But everything that she got together probably equaled my one thing. So the race. Let's talk about the race, Brody. Hey.
Give me like 5 seconds.
Okay. So we had a tiny trainer race, and it started at 9 a.m. and we had a bunch of people out. So it was really nice to see everybody come out and race with us. But we had our we were limited on gates, so we only had so many gates. Which now we've got the tiny trainer track that we raced in Velocidrone, and I'm probably going to try to push to get that one official because that's a pretty neat little track that we had there. But Evan showed a video. It was mirroring Velocidrone and the actual track that we ran last weekend, and it was super close, like very close.
What was
That video that Evan made,
the sim?
the sim video.
Yeah.
What'd you place on the tiny trainer race? Do you remember?
In real life?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
You have no clue.
I left before it ended.
You left before the tiny trainer race ended?
I left as soon as I knocked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to. I went to.
Carter, do you remember what you placed in the tiny trainer?
Yeah, I got 8.
8th place.
I don't remember what I got.
Yeah.
Carter, do you know what I got?
No.
So
I think 9th, Brody.
I got 9th. I think I'll do a lot. Like, I think this next one, we're gonna stream this next one, right? He
Oh,
said
yeah.
that we're streaming this next one.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get 5th. That's what I'm 5th or 4th.
Yeah, we are all grinding to do way better on the tiny trainer race. I personally, I wasn't disappointed on how I done, but I could have done way better than what I done.
Red Sky just like my real.
And so let's see here. FTO Media said got a DJI Power 1000. Power everything for the live stream while mobile. That's awesome. I tell you what I use FTO is Amazon's got this battery pack that's I think it's 100 mile. Is that what it was? Or not?
Amp hour.
100 amp
Yeah,
hour.
I got one of those too.
Oh, did you get one?
Well, they gave me the money to buy it, and I ordered it immediately.
Oh, really?
I got this one. I got the one Kevin has. The Redodo.
Who gave you the money to buy one? Oh, that's awesome. So the one that I have is 100 amp hour, and this is
So I bought this one.
okay.
It's the one I bought.
So does this one have the app? No.
Mm-hmm.
So the one I have, it has the app, and the way it works is when you're using the battery, it tells you how long you can use it at that discharge rate. Also, at charging, when you're charging at a certain rate, it tells you how long it takes for you to charge. And it's really smart. It's like a smart battery because, and I think we calculated 76 1300 mile 6S's. So 76 is a and I powered I personally have powered a I think it was a six man race and off just the battery alone. And so that's what I got for the race. If anybody's interested in that battery, leave a comment below and we will I'll post that battery for you guys. Because that thing here, I think I could just show it on stream. I'm not affiliated with Amazon or anything like that, but I will show you what I used because it's very handy during a race. And either you're running the race or that you're if you're running the race or you're just flying. And you go out in the open field and you don't have power, or everybody is just like hogging up the power, this is a really good way to use, a really good way to power your own stuff and not have to worry about running out on like a regular traditional battery. So, and the reason why I say that you should get this one is because it's got that app. It's actually lightweight. It looks freaking heavy, but it's actually lightweight. Let's see if I can find it here real quick.
Look at that.
What's that?
That looks sick on what?
Oh yeah, that looks good. It matches and everything.
I'm gonna show my new Orca goggles.
Show them off, bro. While I'm looking for this.
Okay.
Brody's got some new goggles.
Yeah. The analog module on my HD0 goggles broke, so Evan gave me these Orca goggles we had laying around in the shop, so now I have analog, and then the bay for the analog module didn't fit a TBS Fusion. It's made for rapid fire. So Skip here actually 3D printed a cage for it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's actually 3D printed. But it actually came out super good and pretty fresh. What do you think, Skip?
Yeah, it looks great.
Pretty clean.
Yeah, so that's another thing I do on the side is I do custom 3D prints, or I at least design them. And here at 533, if you get a ready to fly and you want a custom 3D print, feel free to leave a comment on your order and tell us what you want because we will do that for you.
Kind of sucks I have to take antennas off every single time I get them flying.
That's funny. On my account, I can find this battery super fast.
Skip, what antennas would you recommend?
What antennas would I recommend?
Yeah.
For racing or for long range? For
Yes.
what? For
I need
racing?
something small.
Just stubbies.
Just stubbies.
Stubbies.
Yeah. So the better the antenna for racing, the worse, because you're going to bleed in to either another rate, like if you're at IO,
I need the ones that are straight. So
if
like
you're
with the
if you're at IO and you're using really good antennas,
Put that one on
you
top.
can actually
Put
pick
the other
up
one on
somebody
first and put
else's
that one on
feed.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if it's sideways, so like
I think
this.
this is the one here.
But
just-
is that how stubbies work? Can stubbies work sideways?
That ain't surely that's not it.
Yeah. You think the band is wide? Skip, what do you think?
No.
What?
Can you see how this is like straight up and down? So you would assume the signal is like a donut pattern outside of this. So if you have a stubby, see how this is at like 90 degrees? Like
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
If you have a stubby that's just straight and it comes out like this, would that still be effective?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing the same thing where you have it standing up or laying down. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like that belongs on the top, and the regular stubby belongs on the bottom. So that's what you
Do we
know.
have any stubbies? Do you, in your,
And I think that's how mine's set up too.
do you have any stubbies in your antenna box?
No, I do not. I am out, but we do have some in stock. You can buy some. And I think they're like just $20 or something like that. I don't think they're super expensive.
I might just run this patch instead. This is what I usually run with this.
Hey, how's it going, Scream FPV? How's it going, Philiblaster? Philiblaster says Emax 799 Eraser looking one. I don't know what he's talking about. The EcoFlow flow. Render says he snagged the EcoFlow with 1,024 watt hours. Thing kills. Yeah, here, talk to the stream just real quick, Brody, if you don't mind.
What's up, guys? I am currently working on the antenna setup I'm going to run with my Orca goggles. I don't know if y'all have any tips, but if you do, feel free to comment them. I've got this patch, so I'm going to run this patch antenna. And then I've got this kind of like stubby that's at like a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to run that one on top and then have this patch coming out. And I believe this should give me pretty good signal, actually. What do you think, Carter? Do you think it'll give me good?
What is it? I wasn't listening.
This,
Oh, that? If it was down slightly,
It's freaking raining outside.
like turn it 90 degrees to the left.
I think that would give me pretty good. What do you think, Skip? You think that would give me a good signal?
Yeah, it's fun.
What do y'all think? So I'm currently running. Maybe I can get Armando to make me a skin. I don't know if y'all have watched it yet. You need to go watch Evan's video on how to improve lap times. Super good video, guaranteed to make you faster. Definitely need to go check that video out.
Oh, that's weird.
What did y'all get for Christmas?
Oh, there it is.
You already asked them that.
All right, guys. So I'm going to show you the battery that I got. It took me a while to find it. Sorry about that. Man, that's funny. I can't even see the browser.
Is that funny?
Yeah, it's freaking hilarious. There we go. All right, so this is the battery that I got, and you can see that it's says 8,000 plus deep cycle rechargeable lithium battery, but you know, for 100 amp hours for $159, and you get the app and all that with it, I think it's worth it. To me, it's worth it. But that's the one I got. And you know, I can say for a fact that that one actually lasts for a long time. And but let's see here. Logan said the dive gate was so hard. Yeah, so the dive gate, I didn't have a problem with the dive gate. I was actually doing it different than everybody. Most people, when they go into the dive gate, they were like corkscrewing into it and coming out of it. I just looked at the back of the gate and then went into the dive gate. And I think that's how all the fast guys end up doing it themselves.
Doing what?
The dive gate on the at the Tiny Trainer track.
I thought all the fast guys were knife edging, right? Or is that what you were doing?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
And then afterwards, we done a little fun track, and it was just for fun. We didn't really keep score or nothing. And then we done the Tiny Whoop race, and I built the Tiny Whoop track myself. And I have to say that I thought I was going to do really good at the Tiny Whoop race, and I was actually doing the gates pretty good. But the people there were like really, really fast. And it kind of surprised me that I didn't hang in longer than I did. But Carter ended up getting fourth place, didn't you?
Yeah.
So Carter got fourth place at the Tiny Whoop, which that's freaking awesome. Z King says he was having a hard time finding a good line for the dive gate at the last Tiny Trainer race. Yeah. So I was having trouble. My mind, whenever I see a square box, my mind automatically says, go for the center. And when I saw the square box for the middle gate, what they had was the middle gate, and they had a diagonal taut line, that a diagonal line, and on the first lap you went in the bottom, and in the second lap, on the first gate, you went through after the element, you went through the bottom and came around, and after you done the dive and in the back gate, you went through the top. So I done the top and bottom real easy, but whenever I sped up, my brain didn't catch up to top and bottom. It just went center, and that's what knocked me out at the end. So it was an obstacle I haven't ever done before. Red Sky Bent Prop says Red Sky Ironman at Whoops last night. West FPP says I plugged my charger straight into the life. Yeah, so I do the same thing, but you got to be very careful not to go under the power voltage because it can mess up your charger. So yeah, I plug my battery straight into my charger and not run an inverter. If you run an inverter, your battery life is gonna drain a whole lot faster. So yeah, I do the same thing. I plug my battery directly into the charger, and I just keep an eye on my battery because I don't want to mess up my charger. But you can push more amps that way. I've learned that. You throwing crap at me?
I was trying to get it in the trash can.
You're fixing to get it is what you're fixing to
I'm
do.
not gonna get it.
I'll
You gonna
stab
do hit me?
No, we'll stab your eyeballs out with a screwdriver.
Okay, so he actually said that on stream.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Witnesses.
If Brody has no eyeballs for his race, you know why.
Actually hold him to that, guys.
All right, so yeah, I am changing out of frame. I'll show you guys what I'm doing right here. If you see me messing around, I've took this broken frame here, and this broken frame is a pit stop order
Could you please come down over there?
for David Heimmiller, and I'm putting this this other frame, this beta FPV frame on there. So that's what I'm doing. What? Are those your glasses that you've just been sitting there all day? All right, so we have another race coming up, January the 11th in Knoxville, Tennessee.
I want someone to come try and beat me.
So Brody is challenging for people to beat him.
It's in Clinton.
Yeah, it's in Clinton. So it's north of Knoxville in Clinton. And you can buy the tickets on the 530 website. And it has the address, the spec, and everything. The first race is going to be a Tiny Trainer spec race. So what that means is the Tiny Trainer spec race, the spec rules are the Tiny Trainer frame with no arm modifications. And what that means is I don't think they're talking too much about TPU or anything like that. They mean more like you can't drill holes in it, or you can't shave the arms down, or you can't do anything that's going to reduce the arm and make it smaller. Because reducing the arm makes it faster. And if you fly the V1 and the V2, you definitely would know what I'm talking about as far as the arm being smaller, making it a little bit faster. And then you also have the Tiny Turner 1304 4,533 kV. So if you want to use the correct motor, it's going to be the Tiny Turner 1404 4,533 kV. That's the motor that they want you to use. And if you come with a different motor, it's got to have that kV and that size. Then you have the HQ heads up tiny prop. So we have a 3-inch prop in store that we sell, and if you come with your drone and you don't happen to have some of them, I'm sure somebody's going to have some at the race to give to you. So, but be sure to buy some before then, and you'll be able to have the right prop. And then
we bring props to those.
Yeah, we bring. That's what I'm saying. We bring props to the races. So I mean, if you guys just happen not to have any that day, don't sweat it too much. We also 3S Max. So they want you to use a 3S battery, not a 4S, and they want 4.35 volts per set. What is that? That's high voltage, right?
That's max.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you can use high voltage cells, and then the minimum all over weight is 160 grams. So if it's anything under 160 grams, you shouldn't be running it. And then it says at least 8 LEDs. Well, I don't think
anybody had LEDs.
Yeah, I don't think we're pushing the LED rule right now. So if you have LEDs, it's okay. If you don't have LEDs, we're not doing a nighttime race. So don't sweat the LEDs. So don't make that be the reason why you don't come, because we don't have LEDs in stock, or we don't have those specific LEDs in stock. We have LEDs, but so don't sweat it if you don't have those. And then it says 50 gram max battery weight, and I'm just going to tell you, they are not too stringent on all these rules right now. I'd say if you were winning and just blowing everybody away, they might check out your drone. But
I think there's too many people out there that's blowing Evan Turner away.
But mainly we want people to have fun and just enjoy the race.
We just want people to come out and fly.
Yeah. And that's also why we say we have a 3.5-inch race and under for fun for all beginners. So if you guys want to fly and you don't have a tiny trainer and you want to come out and fly, we have an option for you guys to come out and fly, and just bring, you can bring whatever you got really, and then we'll all have a beginner's race and just have fun. It's a laid back beginner's race. And then on the tiny whoop race, it's 65 mil and under. So, or I'm sorry, 75 mil. Yeah, 75 mil and under. So you can bring your UDL or any 75 mil and under, and this is a 75 mil and this is a 65 mil, and anything like this, you can bring it and fly it as long as it's got whoops. So let's see here. We got Minus Dream. It says, "Hey all, hey, when will the prospect be available again? Is it not available right now? I was pretty sure we had prospect kits already. Let me see. So if I go to Radiomaster, and I look at the prospect on analog, it says it's in stock right now. Yep. We have the prospect ready to fly in stock for analog. Let's look at HD0. Yeah. We have it in stock for ready to fly in HD0. Let's check the frames. We got all frames. We have, let's see here, 7-inch racing frame, pro stock frame. It says inventory on the way. So we will check that out, see how many we got. They might be locating them for rated flies. I don't know. But I believe we have some in stock, and we'll talk to Armando and get that changed for you so you can go ahead and order your pro stock frame. So thank you for letting me know that, and we'll take care of that. All right. Yeah, just the frame. Yeah, we will check that out, and I'll tell Armando right now. We put the pro stock frame in stock. Brody, will you check on something for me? There should be a pit stop return from Alex Gus in the shop. It's HD0 whoops. The AIO died. I believe that. Oh, you got your headphones on. I need you to check on a pit stop order for me that came from Alex Gus. Will you see if that is in the return? I'm pretty sure I've seen that. Armando is asking about it.
But that's
if we got eyes on it. Will you go check and see if it's here?
here?
I'm pretty sure it's here.
I checked return earlier today. Unless it got here well.
I'm pretty sure I've seen an order for Alex Gus here.
Alex Gus?
Yeah, Alex Gus. So let's see here. We got what other announcements do we have, Carter? You think of anything? I just went blank minded. Is it here?
for Jesse Hoffman.
Okay. I could have swore I seen one.
I mean, you might want to go check, but I mean, I swear I literally just opened it and see it.
All right. Well, here, talk for a second for me.
Can I talk about it? I need to go over there.
Huh?
Do I need to sit there? Or...
Yeah.
Sit there. Brody, it armed while it's on the USB.
Oh, that's awesome. What's up? Currently setting up a TikTok for my stuff. If I've been like focusing on content the last couple days. Like I've done a bunch of YouTube videos, YouTube Shorts, Instagram. But currently trying to set up a TikTok and film a bunch of stuff for TikTok. That's what I'm doing. What? Y'all can't see Carter, but he's looking at me with a strange look right now.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see any of the stuff that I do, that's Foxeer FPV, which is my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. If you want to go see any of the stuff that I do like a bunch of sim racing, a bunch of IRL racing, a bunch of all my racing, basically.
Talk about the Velocidrone new update.
Velocidrone new physics update. So Velocidrone actually just had an update that updated the physics, so it feels super good now. Like it actually is super realistic. Like they added the tiny trainer, and they also added the Pro Spec, which feels super realistic. I thought the Pro Spec just had the right amount of like slipness in each turns and stuff. Like it felt super good, just like a Pro Spec, honestly. And tiny trainer doesn't feel exactly the same, but super close, like really close. But it's missing something. I'm not sure what it is, but although it does feel like it's missing something, it has similar times as IRL. If you haven't seen that, if you haven't seen like it compared to real life, you can watch one of Evan's videos he just made where he flew the exact same track that we did in real life and got the exact same times. It's super realistic. Yeah, this update was super good, but I think they only added tiny trainer and Pro Spec. If you guys want to go on Velocidrone, actually, you can try and beat my time on the weekly time trial. It was with the Pro Spec. It was a Pro Spec race. You can try and beat my time trial. If you do, you can post it, and I'll go look at it. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see someone try and beat some of my times.
All right, I found it.
What was that at?
That was on the returns. It was in this box.
Is it in here?
Yep, it's in there.
Is it?
Oh, we got a $5 donation. What's done when you don't have all the parts included with a pre-built option? Do you just use whatever you have laying around, or do you adjust the price? So, if we don't have everything on hand, we normally contact the customer, and we customize the order and come to a conclusion. So let's say that we received a Ready to Fly, and Tiny Trainer HD does not have the LEDs. Well, the LEDs might be on their way, and I'll contact the customer and I'll say, hey, do you want to go ahead and build your drone? And we can go ahead and build your drone, and I can put a plug on the drone for you, and you can install the LEDs yourself, and they're not that hard to install. Or I can just give you a refund and send you your drone, or you can wait for the LEDs to come in. So I give multiple options and try to make the customer satisfied with their build. So there has been occasions that we have not had everything for the Ready to Fly. But as far as us just grabbing something and doing and going with it, I like to make sure everything is done properly and done right. That way, the customer is happy with their build. But anytime that we're going, like if we have a motor missing, we usually have another type of motor here. So, like say if we don't have heads-up motors, but we have Champions or the Black Series motors, I'll say, hey, we'll throw in the Champions motors or the Black Series motors at our expense. Don't worry about the price difference, and we'll put that on your build if that's what you would like to do. And that way the customer's happy and we get their product out. And but no, that's what we do on our pre-built. So if we don't see something in stock or something goes out of stock somehow we have a stock discrepancy, we usually try to make it up with the customer one way or another. And if they have to wait, we will give them a discount or something like that. But that's what we do. And thank you for the $5. You are our first $5 on the Skip and Carter show. I think that's something to be happy about. That's freaking awesome. Thank you very much, Rex FPV. Huh? What's who want? Oh, yeah. So I have to tell Armando that, yeah.
Is everybody know? Is the login to Monday on Monday? Skip.
So let's see here. Okay, so the Pro Stock pods we have on the shelf are already sold. So that's why we do not have the Pro Stock in stock right now. The Pro Stock frame in stock right now. We've already sold the pods on the frames that we have, and we'll be getting them in very shortly. What's up, Brody? Huh? I don't know. Carter might know that information. You know the login for Monday? Carter?
Oh my gosh! You
just guessed it?
I guessed it.
Good. Let's not tell everybody.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just surprised I did that.
So, Rex FPV said that he received a Spec 7 that had a Blitz F4 stack instead of a Reaper F7. No discount, no contact. So, Rex, so what we do, I didn't know that the Reaper F7 was specific on the site. Let me look here. But what we do is we do a lot of research and we pick a stack to what we think meets our requirements. Like like I normally go for an MPU 6000 flight controller. And if I can't get the MPU 6000, I will use the BMI 270. I try to stay clear away from I think they're ICM. Is that what they are? The other gyros?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, I believe it's the ICM gyros. So I try to stay away from those. Let me look here. On our site here, it says, yeah, it actually does say the Foxeer Mini. Huh. I didn't know it actually gave the specifications of what was going in that drone. I can apologize for that. And I don't think a 20x20 stack is ideal for a 7-inch drone. So we do need to fix that. In my opinion, which I'm management over the build team, I believe that anything over 7 inches should have a 30x30 stack, because I think a 30x30 stack would be better on the longevity of the ESC and would be able to hold the power or the heat and the amps that the motors call for. So we do need to change that on site. But I can say, Rex, we will, if you want to, you can send us an email and we will compensate you for that, or get you a Reaper F7 or whatever you want to do. We'll have Derek talk to you, and he will make sure that you're happy with whatever result that you guys come up with. But that is my thinking when I go into of what stack I'm picking for what drone. And like for right now, for instance, if I were to go and look at the stacks that I have for the Spec 7, so the current stack that I would be putting in the F7 put in the build right now would be the T-Motor Pro F7 with the 55 amp Pro 2. This would be it's a F7 HD 55 Pro. It's a 55 amp ESC with AM32. So if you were to like get a F7 right now, or I mean a Spec 7 right now, this would be the stack that I would be putting in it right now. So I do think we need to change that. I'm glad you showed me that on the page, and we are constantly always trying to improve. And I'm sorry if you felt like that was misleading or not what you wanted, and we'll try to fix that for you. GeoRam65 has donated us or sent us a chat for $5. So thank you, GeoRam65, for another $5 in the chat. He says, great info, great product. Yeah, thank you very much. I tried my very best to do my research and pick the very best product for you guys. I did not realize that some of those. I think what they do is they give you a specification of what, like an example of what would go into one. I was not under the impression that was exactly what was in that. We will change that and we will update that. Hello from France. We got Radiomaster 63. That's, if I said that wrong, I'm very sorry. But hello from France. I'm developing a drone race circuit indoor outdoor near Clermont.
Near Clermont.
Clermont.
Yes, Clermont Ferrand.
Ferrand.
TikTok up.
I suck at reading words like that. And I think the drones could be great for my circuit. Which drones were you talking about? Drone 63?
I think that guy's thing's dead.
What's that?
It didn't get camera signal.
That don't?
And I changed the MIPI.
All
I
right.
think it killed his unit too.
Okay. So you've tested everything out on it and you think it's dead? All right.
I guess whatever kept happening did it to this too.
Okay. Well, we definitely need to let the customer know, and we're going to have to replace the camera or replace the whole unit, right?
I think so.
Okay. It's the location. Let's see here. Indoor, outdoor. So, what I like to do for the indoor and outdoor races, I think your safe bet is to say a Tiny Trainer V3. I'm sorry, a Tiny Trainer V2. Tiny Trainer V2 is very friendly when it comes to indoor outdoor racing, unless you have stuff around that could get broke. But if you're in like a gymnasium or something like that, like we do, I think your Tiny Trainer V2. As far as the location, I'm not familiar with Clermont. What'd you say, Fearin?
It's in France. You don't know anything in France.
No, I don't know anything about France. I'm sorry. I am not. I don't know about any of the racetracks over overseas, to be honest with you.
I do.
You do? Have you heard about that?
What?
Claremont?
Claremont? That's where Killian lives.
For your end?
That is not where Killian lives. Oh, France? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, Killian's in France for sure. And that, you know,
Claremont.
if you're wanting to know about race locations and stuff like that, I would say contact Killian. He would be great. But
I bet it's not very
oh yeah. Yeah,
I
so
bet it's not very
our tiny trainers are really nice for indoor and outdoor. Our 65 mil whoops are really nice. For beginners, if you want to get into whoop racing, for beginners, I would say try out the UDL. You don't have to be up to spec if you want to do UDL. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You can not even you can flash it and just have CAC on it and fly it like it is. And I think you would be pretty good for a beginner. So, yeah, we have plenty of options for indoor and outdoor racing. And thank you for saying that you think we have good products for it. So FTFO Media says, as someone is looking to get into a bind and fly freestyle drone, when the 04 comes out, what receiver would you recommend? PMP, First Sky, TBS Nano, ELRS. So I always recommend ELRS.
Wait, I would start by asking what radio he has first.
Yeah, so Carter says what radio have, but if I was just going with like if you're wanting to purchase something, ELRS, the availability for ELRS and the ease of use is, there's so much information out there about ELRS, so it's really hard to recommend anything else because the penetration and the range of ELRS, it just outperforms everybody. A lot of people would say Crossfire has a better performance than ELRS, but the only thing about Crossfire, in my opinion, is Crossfire has a giant antenna on there, and if you're trying to fly whoops, Crossfire is not going to be the way to go. So if you want an all-around good receiver, I think ELRS is the way to go as far as price and as far as penetration and as far as availability and then the information out there on how to bind and how to get it flash and everything. There's plenty of information, plenty of videos out there, and I think that's the way to go. He says no radio yet, maybe a Radiomaster GX12. So, yeah, Ghost. A lot of people like Ghost. Carter, do you like Ghost?
I don't really use it, so.
I heard you say multiple times you're not too crazy about Ghost.
Oh yeah. Well, when it's in race mode, because it acts like it always has telemetry.
So Carter likes to see his telemetry on his radio, and in the normal spot. So whenever you have a Ghost module on, and you plug in Ghost,
it says it has telemetry and the drone's not even on.
Yeah. And then whenever you try to when you go to turn it off, and have your drone off, it still says it has telemetry.
Yeah. So it's like if you fail safe and you're looking for it, do you really have signal with it right now or not?
Right. Yeah. So Carter makes a good point. As far as easy, Ghost is super easy to bind. So is Crossfire. Crossfire is super easy to bind. But, as far as the price point goes and the penetration and everything, I think ELRS is more ready available in most drones. So if I were to just say, okay, I want the HD0 AI05, I want this drone, I want that drone, HD0 only makes one AIO5, and they use ELRS. Same with our Happy Model Race Whoop. Our Happy Model Race Whoop has ELRS already inside of it. So if you wanted a superior racing drone,
Yeah, I probably would just say ELRS.
I would say ELRS is the way to go. Because
goes in everything.
It goes in everything. Yeah. Let's see here. Drone 63 says, I sent you a mail for a presentation of my farm and my project. So Drone 63, what I would say is send the email to Fly533 and tell them exactly what you want. And I believe somebody will take care of you on that. Personally, me giving a presentation, I don't think I'm the best advocate for that. I think Evan or Ramondo would be the best advocate for that because they represent the company as the owners. So I think they are the best ones for that. They've been in the business way longer, for I think 5 years is what it is. So they've been in the business for 5 years, running 533, and that means Evan's been doing this since he was a kid, pretty much. And I've only been in the business for years. So I would say email at support at 533 or fly533 at support at gmail.com and email them and write down everything that you want to do, and I believe they are the best ones for you. So Z King says that he used to only run Crossfire, but ELRS is more available, more versatile, and less expensive, so I swapped everything over. So Carter, he runs Crossfire in just about everything he has, and he loves it. But when it comes to...
Well, not really for any reason. It's just what I had to begin with.
Oh, okay.
I just kept getting it because that's what I had.
Old Faithful type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Old Reliable. Well, I mean, when you already have a module and stuff like that, it's kind of... sometimes you don't want to change over because you're used to one thing working and it works for you. But as far as a recommendation goes, the only thing... The reason why I recommend ELRS is because you have AIO boards and that are coming out, and they're mainly in ELRS.
I've heard Armando say he only trusts Crossfire on jobs, though. Like, on a serious job, that's the only thing he'll use.
That's interesting.
So, I wonder what his reasoning behind it is.
Well, I really like Ghost myself. And I'll tell you the main reason why I like Ghost. Will you stop making that noise? I'm going to pull your nose hairs out with these pair of pliers. You hear me, Brody? We'll pull your freaking nose hairs out. So, the reason why that I like Ghost is because they have the all-in-one VTX and Ghost board. The Duo, the Atto Duo or whatever it's called. That's what I like, the Duo boards. So I'll run Ghost in some stuff that I want to be super light. And Carter just about punched Brody in the face with a 65 mil. You know, that actually used to be a thing, Brody? Face punching people with a 65 mil? Yeah, they used to take 65 mil drones and just run straight into your face.
I'm not going to climb over you. Like, you're close to me. Okay, appreciate it.
So back in the day, people would hit you straight in the face with a 65 mil. Of course, they were messing around, you know. They would die. Is that what they happened? You just going to choke them to death?
Someone hit me in the face with a 65 millimeter.
Well, you couldn't do it now because they're so freaking fast. I mean, you could do it, but it wouldn't be recommended that you do it now because they're so fast.
What about getting hit in the face with a 5-inch quad like Sam Pankratz?
Yeah.
The only problem with Ghost is Orca. Yeah, people actually used to do that. From what I hear, it was a regular thing at a whoop race. I'm glad they don't do that anymore. But no, they would demonstrate that you couldn't get hurt by a 65 mil. I would say now it's totally different with like the one that we have. I done the weight to power ratio, and the weight to power ratio on the drone that on the 65 mil that we have, it's 6 to 1. So it's 6 times the weight of our drone. And if you were to hit somebody with 6 times the weight of a drone, I don't think they'd be too happy, even though it's like 15 grams or whatever. Render says I buy an ELRS by just plugging it in and unplugging it 3 times. Yeah, so a lot of people do the bind mode, the 3-time unplug and plug in. It's also just as easy to just plug in your battery, wait until the fast flashing light, and then you just connect it to Wi-Fi, and a page normally comes up. If the page doesn't normally come up, you do, was it 10.0.1?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then once you type that in 10.0.1, the ELRS comes up. You type in your bind phrase, press save, and then once it's saved, you're ready to go. So ELRS is simply is very easy in a number amount of ways.
Every now and then you get one that like locks up though, remember? And you gotta like reflash it.
Yeah.
Rarely though.
Yeah, and that's that way with a lot everything. We are we do get these from manufacturers, and not all manufacturers are racers. They have a lot of workers that check everything. And Fat Pastor made a good point the other day. When you get a drone from 533, you're getting a drone that's built by racers or by pilots, by FPV pilots. So, that's something that you can keep in mind, that a lot of these drones out there that are built, I'm not saying they're a bad product or anything, but you have people on an assembly line that don't fly. And at 533, everyone that builds your drone, they fly, they compete. Me and Carter, he does freestyle, I do freestyle. We're best friends. We fly everywhere together, and we also compete at races. Carter's a little bit more laid back on the competition side, but he's a whole lot faster than me, or he's a second faster than me. I won't say a whole lot faster, but he's a second faster than me. But no, we do it for the fun of it, and when you get a product from 533, you're getting it from somebody that sets it up just like they want to race it themselves. So, I've seen customers get our product and just flash it, and I don't understand that. And I think that whenever you get it ready to fly, you should just try it out, because Carter's got this amazing ear for a drone, and he'll hear stuff that I won't hear. He'll be like, "It sounds like crap. I've got to fix this." And I gotta retune it. And I'm like, man, it sounds great to me. He's like, well, I can hear it. I'm not happy with it. And that's why Carter, he is the final call when it comes to tuning. He makes that final call when it comes to test flying it and tuning it.
Oh, you're breaking the frame.
Because
Yeah.
he
I was thinking about
he
Nelson
has the
Jackson
ear for it.
TV.
And I think another reason why he has the ear for it is because he actually come in
Oh, yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Look, so when you come
I
in camera,
literally hear it on my drones. Like,
he's got an earpiece in his ear, so he listens to the drone
well, if it has
through
it
his
on
goggles.
on mine though, yeah, because I put it on mine.
Yeah, well, even some of the boards that don't have it on it, they still make a noise, don't they?
This one, this AIO for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So,
No, most of the time you just hear the static.
but on that AIO, could you hear it if it was like messed up?
I don't know about on this one. 'Cause it's already not even like.
But you can audibly hear it though, in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I say you can also feel it. Also, you've flown so many.
I know that the new whoops are a lot faster than the one I have right here.
And when Evan's here, he will rip them also, and he'll test fly some of them. So yeah, Evan does some of that too.
I just. Holy crap.
I'm trying to get this drone together, guys. I've got another job I gotta do after this, which is packing and shipping. And they are swamped over there in that area of the shop. And I have to get this one done so I can go over that way. I've built a whole bunch of drones, a whole bunch of UDLs, and Carter is testing all of those, making sure they're good. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll give you the best answer I can. And I think we're going to be working on a freestyle whoop. And if you have any suggestions at all on a freestyle whoop, I am trying. So on the whoops, what I try to do is I try to listen to what the community wants on the whoops. So I've went and made the combination of our race whoop out of what the majority have told me what they like on the race whoop. So, like the testing that Chris Rosser done on the motors, it came out that the best 0702 motor on his test was the RC Mpu, and I went with the RC Mpu. But also, not only listened to Chris on that test, but also listened to Ciotti. Ciotti, man, he is a freaking encyclopedia of knowledge on whoops. Now, although Ciotti is somebody that he freestyles whoops, or he says he freestyles whoops. I've seen him go through gates, so I would say he'd be good at a drone race too. But he has literally told me himself he's not interested in race drones. So, but still, yeah, he does so many tests out there, and it's hard not to pick somebody's brain of all that information. So he's another guy that I talked to. And I talked to some of the guys on Fayetteville Multi, right?
Accidentally just got it stuck in the clear.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
I didn't mean to.
Was he pissed?
No. I apologized like 8 times.
So, Fayetteville Multi-Rotor on on Discord, they have a meetup every Thursday, and you have Mr. E, Hyper, all kinds of people in there, and I talked to them, and our race swoop, I took what the community said, and that was my best translation on what everybody thought was the best formula for the best whoop. Now, I'm not saying it's the very best, but I am saying that from what I've flown, I think it's the best. And that's kind of what we're trying to do with the freestyle too. So if you have any recommendations or any information that you want to share about a freestyle 65 mil whoop or 75 mil whoop that you want to share with us, I'd be glad to take any information you have on those. Hey, how's it going? Get Ford? Getford? Is that how that's pronounced? And Kevin Turner is in the chat. Nice to see you, Kevin. Howdy, howdy is what he said. I can almost hear him saying that.
Yes, so
I'm about done with this drone here.
have you seen what they look like? Yeah, I haven't. You should. The red box.
Okay. Jared, sorry, I read that wrong.
Sit there.
I am terrible with names. I think this drone looks way better than it did before.
It looks your glasses.
I think he's going to be pretty happy with this upgrade on the frame.
My vision isn't great. Pulling forward, they magnify.
The purple and the black
Let me see your eyes.
makes this drone like really
if I do
stand
that,
out.
The other side of the room looks this far away from me.
Yeah.
See here.
Mine
Which
gets
is better
far
here?
away. Like the middle of the shot.
There we go.
Yeah, like
Yeah, the purple and the black on this drone really looks good. That's one color that goes with black really well is purple. I like red also. Red goes with it also. With black, really nice. This is
my God,
this is the David Heimiller's pit stop. So I'm finishing that build up right now.
Dude, this is sick. It's like a link tree.
It's fake though. I don't even get number one changes. Hey.
I'm testing the Meteor 75 Pro. Actually, it flies very well indoor. I hope better temperature test to test outdoor. It must be really cold in France because I know it's cold here. Yeah, actually today's not too bad. It just started raining though, which is kind of a bummer because I was wanting to fly a little bit today. So what's up, Love for God? There is the guy that I compete against on Velocidrone most of the time. Whenever I see Love for God, I've got to say, I've got to go faster. I've got to go much faster. I got to figure this track out and figure out a better flying pattern because I somehow got to beat Love for God. But it's nice to see you in the chat. Love for God. Very short flight time in a cold barn is what Drone 63 said. It's 1 degree Celsius right now. What is 1 degree Celsius, guys?
A little bit over freezing, like 30 something. 0 is freezing. It's 32 Fahrenheit, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know the.
I think Celsius 0 is freezing. So it's probably like 30 something.
This screw does not have a tip on it, which makes it a pain in the butt to put into this frame. There we go. Down to the last screw here. Where's it at?
Oh, let's see.
There it is. Yeah, these screws are blunt end. I don't never see whoop screws that are blunt end. There we go.
Did you see that?
All right. All right, Carter. Here is David Heimiller's last drone for that order.
Which one?
This one right here. Well, there was a box
Oh,
in here. That's that last drone.
install
Yeah, will you check it out and make sure it works for me? Pretty please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say the same thing. I'm glad, love for God, that we're like pushing each other down the track. That's awesome. Although I am trying that new method that Brody and Evan are talking about. So what I'm doing is
So what's up?
I'll go around the track and I won't be full throttling it. I will either dial it down with my radio
Yeah.
or I will go like 75%. But I'll fly it slow and I get the feel of how tight it is around the gates, or try to get tight around the gates. And then I'll speed it up a little bit more and speed it up a little bit more until I'm actually flying super fast around the track. And I'll tell you something that's helped me out here lately. I don't have it on me, but I have bought me a squid stick. And me and these guys have had an argument back and forth whether it's a placebo effect or whether it's actually making it faster or not on latency. But what a squid stick is, it's a miniature Raspberry Pi, and it's got a ELRS module soldered to it. And I believe you could do any module or receiver. I'm sorry. You can do any receiver, not module, receiver. You can do a FR Sky or whatever you want, Crossfire. But I take my squid stick, I put it in yesterday, and I reprogram my remote, and I have to tell you, on 500 hertz, that thing felt wonderful on Velocidrone. And I was doing like the stick really fast and watching it on the screen. I've seen no latency on whenever I'd hit the side of my roll or my yaw. It hit the side of the stick every time on the screen. So in my result, it's been better than having a cord plugged into your controller. I can't tell you why. I don't know the reasons behind it, but to me, it's not a placebo effect. It actually feels better. So do with that information what you will, but I bought me a squid stick and I am sticking with it. Ladrone says snow can come at less than 4 degrees Celsius. Z King says, I think HD0 Freestyle Whoop may benefit from being 75 millimeter to handle the heavier AIO5. I'd be interested to see one, and I see a 1 and 2S testing as well. Love for God says he's been studying Callie's run. Well, I tell you, there's two people that I study, and that is Mr. Childs, and I also study Abnormal. So those are the two that whenever I go and view their tracks, I look at Mr. Childs, Abnormal, and sometimes Mr. E. But that's who I look at whenever I'm trying to study a track. All right, guys. So it is close to 5:06 here. Let's see here. Anybody else have any more questions? Got Armando asking me a question right now. Armando asking me a whoop question. Okay. So I want to give a shout out to Fat Pastor. Me and Fat Pastor done a live stream last night, and we talked about the subject of the UAPs, and because Congress was talking about that they're hobbyist drones, but I wanted to talk in a different on a different with some of my buddies about that, and me and Fat Pastor and Z King talk about stuff all the time. Those are the Middle Tennessee guys, and I'd say if you want to hear an uncandid conversation about the UAPs and all that, that was where I went. I went to Fat Pastor's stream. He live streams on Thursday, and so I want to give that a shout out and say if you want to check out my opinion about the UAPs and what's going on in New Jersey and us looking at what we see people posting, that is a good spot to go and check that out. We're probably going to do more of those. So I wanted to shout him out on that. And Fat Pastor wants to know, would I eat the moon if it was made out of ribs? Carter, would you eat the moon if it was made out of ribs? Well, you're a skinny Ethiopian. So I hardly even see you eat anything. No, actually, you eat more than me sometimes. Seriously,
It disappears.
yeah, it just vanishes. You got a tapeworm, is what you got. You know what a tapeworm is?
Yeah,
Yeah, you got a worm inside you that's going.
it's fine.
So if the moon was made out of ribs, I love barbecue. I tell you what, barbecue is really good. But I don't know if I'd travel to the moon to get, unless you're supplying the rocket. If you're going to supply the rocket, then yeah, I'll go to the moon and get the ribs.
I don't think we can test this skill.
What?
Just look at it. We can't test it.
What's wrong with it?
Can you find a way to power it, and then we can test it?
Yep, I got a way to power it. Give me just a second. Here, you talk to the stream for just a second.
Right now, we're trying to test out this 1S whoop, but it has the other connector on it. We're usually using BT 2.0, but apparently Skip has a battery for it, so I guess we'll find out. Nobody's ass. You actually have one?
It's
Is it? How big are you?
they should fit that.
This takes the skin.
That's what you want, right? I need to make some adapter plugs for those. I just want straight from the PTH or whatever they are, PHT. Is it PTH or? I want straight from those to the BT. You know, I don't want the cord. And they're brand new. I've not even used them. I accidentally ordered the wrong thing. So I've got a couple more. How about those $99 drones? What $99 drones are you talking about? Tell me. Tell me, how about those $99 drones? Tell me. You gotta tell me. I want one. Can you think of a drone that's $99, Carter?
Walmart drones.
Walmart drones?
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to get like an old Hubsan racer. Something like that.
Huh. Okay.
Have you ever heard of Hubsan?
Mm-mm.
Hubsan is one of the first GPS drones besides DJI out.
Oh, really?
The first affordable. Because whenever they first started doing GPS drones, they were super expensive. And Hubsan came out with, I think it was the 501C or something like that, or the 501. And you could actually fly it like the locked-in DJI feel, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I had one. It didn't have the camera on it. I mean, it had a camera on it, but it didn't have FPV camera. And what I used to do is I'd get it locked into GPS and I'd just take it up till I couldn't see it no more.
Really?
And then I'd hit record and I would just yaw a little bit and stop. Yaw a little bit and stop.
Just wait and see what you got.
Yeah, and I had no clue about the rules or anything like that. This was years ago too. But yeah, I'd come back down and seemed to be fine to me. I mean, I seemed to got pretty good footage and everything else. But yeah, that was a long time ago.
I don't want to drain the battery.
That was my first drone. No, my first drone. You seen my first drone?
Mm-hmm. That one.
Yeah. How'd it fly?
I just hovered it because your battery's like there.
Oh,
So it works.
it works. Okay, good. So my first drone was a hexacopter.
Oh, the one on the wall.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I had one just like it, just like the one on the wall. And I took it up. I crashed it, broke an arm, and then I took. I think I took hose clamps or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and braced it up, and got it flying again. And then I called my friend and said, "Hey, you got to check this thing out. It's pretty cool." I took it up, lost orientation, which way it was going, and it just kept on going. I tried my best to get it back. It just kept on going, and it ended out in the river somewhere. But I bought another one just like it and flew it around, and it was fun, but me not being able to just stop kind of like turned me away from it, and that's why I bought the
Skip, look at this.
Hubsan 501C.
That's my new link tree. Does that all look sick?
That looks
All
good.
my links.
Yeah, it looks good. The one on Temu sells. A friend got one, and it flew away. You bring it up because of Jersey drones. Yeah, I know that feeling. I definitely know that feeling of a drone flying away that you bought for cheap. Another question: if you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
Okay, so that's
Well, I'm not a hot dog.
So that's actually where we're gonna end the questions for today.
And now we're talking about cannibalism. And if I was I don't think I don't know what to say about that one, Pastor. I think I would find something to eat rather than myself, for sure. But I mean, I guess if you're hungry enough, you're going to have to do something. Black Ice FPV says, I'm just itching to get a teeny trainer. Looks quick.
Uh-oh.
What's a teeny trainer?
What is that?
I have no clue. Have you ever heard of a teeny trainer? No. I don't know what you're talking about, Black Ice.
Who said it?
Black Ice is talking about a teeny trainer. You mean tiny trainer. That's what you mean. You mean a tiny trainer.
Tiny trainer.
Yeah, man. These tiny trainers are awesome. Yeah.
I think you just missed.
Yeah, I just misspelled it, did you?
That's the.
Yeah, they're awesome, tough, super fun. Yeah, tiny trainers are awesome and fun. Shut up, bro. Stop laughing.
What?
It's funny, bro.
I just how do you misspell tiny trainer?
I don't know. Yeah, tiny
Whoa.
trainers are freaking awesome. Yeah, we got one in here?
What?
Tiny trainer?
A tiny trainer?
There's one open right there.
Okay.
So do I need to put another freestyle in here?
Yeah. I'd say go for it. Oh, is that one guy? Yeah, he's going to pay for it. Yeah, he wants it done. He needs it Sunday, so yeah. Whatever it takes is what he said.
It's raining outside.
Well, I mean, just get it going.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just realizing that it's raining.
So yeah, here's the tiny trainer. If I'm pretty sure most of you guys have seen a tiny trainer, but here's the tiny trainer. Yeah, these things are really awesome. Do we have any tiny trainer LEDs back in stock? No, I'm sorry, we don't have any tiny trainer LEDs in stock. We do have some on the way. So yeah, if you want the premium LED kit for the tiny trainer, they are on the way. Something to do with Christmas time and the holiday season has kept everything really messed up as far as shipping goes. But yeah, we expect them to be in any day now. All right, guys. So, we got about 13 more minutes. Anything you guys want to talk about?
Yeah.
What?
Everybody should go check out my new TikTok channel.
Oh, Brody's got is it about drones? Foxeer FPV. Brody has a new TikTok account.
Literally created 5 minutes ago.
Talking about he's doing TikTok and drones. So if you guys want to go check him out, let's see. Let me see your computer. Brody has some videos up on TikTok, and go check those out. He actually takes on one of his videos. He actually takes the video that Evan made about how to improve your time.
But that's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube. Brody actually takes all the knowledge and actually goes into Velocidrone and recreates it, and actually makes his time better in Velocidrone. So not only that he done it in real life, he also done it in Velocidrone. So if you guys want to check it out, Brody has made a TikTok and he's showing that off. All right, so I'm building. Let's see here. I got 20 UDLs that I'm finishing up. Those are almost done, and then I've got I'd say a bunch of whoops to build. I want to check Monday right now. Oh, we've gotten caught up a whole lot more than what we have before. So let's see here. How many whoops do I have to build? That's what I'm wondering. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 whoops. We've got 8 whoops. And let's see here. I got to make 12 simple battery checkers. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. So, the simple battery checker, it has been updated now. And let's see here. We'll find the best one. Yeah, here's the best one. So here's the simple battery checker. You guys have known or have probably seen it in this configuration. I've also got one in my pocket. I've been carrying this one. So we have them in red and blue. And when you plug a 6S in, a 6S will make it light up. And it's super bright. You can kind of use it like a flashlight. But yeah, you plug that in and it's like super, super bright. But what we wanted to do, Armando wanted to get away from using the resin and make it more transparent with the clear, I think he said, is it the PET G or something like that? I don't know. But it's clear and it's a whole lot stronger. So now we have it in the PET G. I think it's PET G. And it says he has laser etched 533 in the side of it. It says 533. It's kind of hard to see like that. I mean, you could see it in person pretty easily. Let's see here. Can you see it like that? It says 533 time is the enemy on it. In person, it looks amazing. On camera, it's kind of hard to see. Let me try from top down here. Can you see it like that? Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can definitely see it like that. So it says time is the enemy underneath it, but it's got the 533 logo, and it's been laser etched on. You can't take it off. It's on there permanently. It still has the clip and everything. You got an XT30 and XT60. So if you want a simple battery checker, this is how they come now. And all you do is you plug in any battery, 6S below. This one is 22 1. The more charged the 6S, the brighter the LEDs get. Let's see here. Do I have a 6S that's charged? See how dim that is? It's because that's only got 20 volts on it. That 6S is dead. Let me see here. Go over here. Get one from Carter's table. I say Carter's got the best 6S over here. So here's Carter's. Oh yeah, that's super bright. It's still 22. It's not supercharged. Surely I could find a supercharged battery around here. Try one of these.
Either one of those.
Neither one of these. Is there?
I think the one with the blue tape on it.
Blue
That has
tape.
the label on it. No, the one. Actually, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to try this one. Here we go. That one's still not all the way charged. You got another one? Hand me the other.
It lit up.
Yeah, it lit up, but I wanted to see it all the way charged.
That might be the one I used earlier.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's way brighter. 24 3. There you go. And yeah, you can, and the LEDs really pop in the camera. So when you look in the camera and you say, "Oh, it's too bright," you can actually see the screen pretty clear in person. But it's just a simple battery checker. It doesn't beep and make loud noises or anything like that. It doesn't tell you your cell voltage. It just tells you your overall voltage on your battery. And I carry one everywhere I go, and I think it's a very handy tool to have along with you. And you can clip it on your bag. It's very robust. We've tested out this clip. We've bent it pretty far, and it's very robust. So you ain't got to worry about it breaking or anything like that. I've had this in my pocket since we've started doing it, and it's perfect. There ain't nothing wrong with it. So that is one product, and if you guys want to check that out, they have been upgraded. Hey, Evan Turner's in the chat. Yep, I'm live without you. How's it going, Evan? Which we don't have long left in, so if anybody has any questions, now is the time to ask. We'll be happy to answer any question that you have. But I thank you guys for your donation or your chats that you've sent in. That's our first $10. Our first $10, our first stream for somebody to actually sit in a chat and have a super chat. Is that what's called, a super chat?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't think Super Chat's YouTube. Super Chat, I'm pretty sure it's Twitch.
I'm pretty sure that's what Bardwell calls it, is a super chat.
I thought that was Twitch.
Oh, well. Do we have a link of this product? Yeah, I have a link. Let's see here.
There's milk in that affiliate.
Huh?
Milk in that affiliate.
Yeah, sure. All right, so I will put in my link here. There you go. There is a link to the battery checker, the simple battery checker, and that is an affiliate link. So if you want to support us and you want to buy something pretty cool and easy to check your batteries with, there is something right there. And I thank you guys for supporting us. And thank you guys for joining. I think we're going to get out of here. We've been restocked on LEDs, so if you want an LED on your drone, be sure. Somebody asked about adding GPS to a flip switch above. Oh, okay, yeah, we can add GPS to a flip switch. Just put it in the email, and we will definitely add a GPS. We do have some in stock. We got the Maytech in stock GPS,
That's the one I use and it works.
yeah, it works great, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Yours is returns to home and everything, doesn't it?
It'll land itself.
Land itself.
It's not as precise as DJI. It's within, I'd say, like 5 yards.
Yeah.
But I mean, in a real scenario, you're not going to let it land itself anyway.
Yeah.
It's just so you get it back.
Right.
It's a cool trick, I guess, that it can do it.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants a GPS in their drone or whatever, all you got to do is just leave a comment on your build or on your order in the email, and ask to add it to your email, or you could just go ahead and order the GPS on the site and tell them to add it to your build, and we will add it to your build. And we do that all the time. So anytime you want something different on your drone or something custom, be sure to email us and let us know. And we'll do whatever you want, because what we're building is custom drones. So I believe that's it for the questions. Well, last time, Tiny Trainer track that Mondo made on Velocidrone, super fun. Yeah, it is super fun. I'm glad that he made that track. And I think we plan on doing that a lot. So, yeah, if you've flown one of our tracks in Tiny Trainer, I believe what Evan said, Evan wanted to go ahead and add a track every time that we fly this season. We're going to add that track that we flew onto Velocidrone, and we'll work to get that official. So, and I think I talked to Ashley Davis today, and they said that they were going to make that official, or as long as we done it right, they'd make it official. I believe that was the agreement. So that is going to be coming up soon. All right, guys. So it is now 5:33, and thank you for.
Actually, it's 5:32.
Well, the stream is back a little bit. It's going to be 5:33 whenever they see this. So actually, when they actually see this, it's 5:33. Brody, are you guys planning on releasing a track on Velocidrone for the January 11th? Yes. We are going to release the track. All right, guys. It is now 5:33. Thank you for joining us at 5:33 on Friday. And I am Skip and Carter. Or I'm not Skip and Carter, but I'm Skip.
Oh, yeah.
There's Carter. We'll see you guys later. Say bye, Brody.